I am Santosh.
I am Amuman.
And Mariama.
Okay, so what is genetic cloning? Generally, it is performed by making an identical copy of an organism artificially in a lab. So the process of this results in two organisms that are identical, and this can have many benefits to humans. Two methods are used to create artificial cloning. One is called artificial embryo twinning, which is taking an embryo early on in pregnancy and mimicking a natural process of breaking the embryo into two and creating two identical copies. And another method is somatic cell nuclear transfer, where the DNA of a somatic or body cell, the DNA of that cell is taken and put into a germ cell, which is a reproductive cell of a mother. So the pros of genetic cloning have ranged from potentially eliminating defective genes, which is seen from greengarageblog.org, which they say that cells can be cloned if they are healthy, which can potentially overpower damaged cells, which occur over time because of human reproduction, which causes mutilation and defective genes. This can also help injuries heal faster, such as paralyzations or slow repairing injuries like ACL tears, which usually take a very long time to heal. This can basically take healthy cells, put them into the victim of the injury, and potentially cause that healing process to go a little bit faster. So these are some potential benefits that can occur from gene cloning, which can further science and further humankind in general, but there are some bad effects of genetic cloning and some concerns that are expressed throughout society. So from the geneticsandSociety.org, they state that there are concerns against individuality and freedom when genetic cloning is present. This is because many believe that when you have a clone, one of the organisms of a clone will be devalued over the other. So basically, if there was two clones, one that was the original, and one was the clone version of that, there are concerns that that clone would be devalued in comparison to the original organism. There are also large concerns with the effectiveness of gene cloning, as this website also states that approximately 95% of mammalian cloning has resulted in failure through the gene cloning process, which can cause life-threatening conditions to the subjects of these procedures. So there are many concerns regarding the process of gene cloning and the effects of them in society, and there are many unknown factors which scare a lot of people, but these can also be misconceptions that are brought up throughout society and topics that many people may not know much of, and there are simple answers to these, such as from Vitana.org, it says that cloning is commonly seen as a process where a whole organism or a whole human is cloned, but this can also just be specific organs. So say that a patient has a liver problem, if you had genetic cloning for that specific liver and reproduced a identical liver that was made up of healthy cells, then there could be a potential to cure that patient's liver disease, rather than what most people think is just creating a whole another human. This is the process where they actually make just specific organs to cure specific illnesses. And this has many benefits because there are many people who suffer from specific organ-related illnesses, and such as like heart problems or liver problems or lung problems. And by using this gene cloning, you could have a good measure of good possibility of cures for these different types of illnesses. And also, in general, there needs to be a ultimate push to the future of science and medicine. So by using gene cloning, there could be a lot of new open doors and new possibilities for gene cloning in general, and maybe even into creating new organisms and more healthy organisms that are more advanced and can withstand more diseases and illnesses.